Hello and welcome to the RV Cubs show. Today we have a special episode. Take it away.
Well, I just wired $1,000 to a guy I've never met. Let's start with this.
Let's hope we don't lose that money.
Let's hope we don't lose that money. We are upgrading our RV. We are trading our in and we are buying a new one. And we are only 3 months in.
We hope it's an upgrade.
So we want to document this journey. So it's basically going to be like a reality show. This is episode 1, and so far we want to share with you guys the reasons why we decided to switch from our Class C to a fifth wheel. What we liked about Class C, what we didn't like, and the reasons why we are switching. Only 3 months in. And
we're also going to have many more videos once we get our fifth wheel.
Yes, we are so excited.
This is going to be a new learning curve, so it's going to be me probably fixing more stuff, learning. So this fifth wheel is going to bring a lot more videos.
Yep. So in this episode, we're going to share with you the reasons why we're doing it, and stay tuned for all the rest of them to see what happens if we're going to get the RV. And in the next episode, we're going to share with you what model and the brand and the floor plan and everything that we are getting. But as of right now, you can just drop your guesses in the comments and see if you guess it right.
We signed the purchase agreement today, so we got our fingers crossed within the next 10 days that we go get a truck and pick up our new home. So stay tuned and let's see what happens.
Let's dive in.
All right, so the reason, let's get into the reason why we're switching.
Yeah, the main reason why we're switching from this guy into a bigger rig is because we need more space. We
have 2 kids, but we have a 33-foot motorhome, and some of that footage you lose with the cab.
Yeah, probably 10 feet.
So now we're switching to, is it 41 feet? 40 feet, fifth wheel. So we gain a lot more space, and it has 4
tons of
slide outs. And the our motorhome right here has 1 slide out. It is the whole length, but we've noticed that on most fifth wheels, the slide outs compared to our slide out go out almost twice as far. So we're getting ready to gain a lot of space. Some things that we did not like in our motorhome, the biggest thing is space and storage. So for me, storage was a big one because I have to store all my tools, air compressor. I have to find somewhere to store everything, and I've got half of this stuff. We've been towing a Jeep, so I've got air compressor, tents, tarps, strollers. All that stuff was in the Jeep because I have nowhere to put it in the motorhome. So every time that I unhook the Jeep... I
wish I had a video of that. It's ridiculous
every time. Every time I unhook the Jeep, I got to take everything out, put the seats up, put the car seats in the Jeep, and then we drive around. And then when it's time to hook back up and go to our next destination, I got to put the Jeep seats down, put all the strollers back in, air compressor, everything back in the Jeep. So it was a nightmare for storage. So we do not have good storage in this motorhome. We've made it work one way or another. And then the next big...
Well, and just a little remark, some Class Cs have better storage. It's just our model. We have bunk beds. So basically all the storage that normally would be there is taken up by the bunks. That's why there is not a whole lot left for anything really. We don't have much clothes with us, or all the kid-related things like strollers and everything else. It just has to go somewhere.
And on the topic of storage, before we get into space on inside the motorhome, storage inside, me and her share a very tiny little closet.
Like this big, probably.
Our clothes are so crammed, it's hard to take clothes out and put them in.
Yeah, and
me
I have
and her
a
together
drawer for each kid. And
we have 1 drawer for each kid. It's a nightmare. And then me and her only have a couple drawers apiece. So the storage on the inside, in the bedroom, it's just not enough.
And it's not like we didn't know what we were getting into. We knew, and I think it can work for a short time kind of deal. But now that we tried it out and realized that we actually like it, and we are thinking about maybe renting our house and like doing it
we like the
full-time,
we like the
longer.
traveling aspect of it,
Yeah.
and we know we want to keep on going. So
We want to make it
we've-
more kind of a permanent situation and bring more of our stuff, like our snowboards and like
Yeah.
more clothes.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
So, I mean, what we've had, we've been able to make it work, and we can make it work longer, but we're just wanting to get more room and more space. So the next thing is, I'm going to say, space inside the motorhome. We don't have much of a living space. When you walk in, the living space is a couch that sits across from the dining table.
Yeah, and it's
there's
narrow-ish
only
walkway.
this much floor in between. I'm going to say 3 feet maybe. So we just don't have any living space.
And we still make it work. Kids play in the bunk above the cab, so it can be done. But it would be nice, like on a rainy day, to just have a couple couches to kick back, watch a movie, have a fireplace, play games on the floor, and enjoy the day, even if it's raining outside. So that kind of is something that would be like a nice have too.
But along while we're still talking about space in the motorhome, another thing we do not like, the hallway going from the kitchen area to the back bedroom is about this big.
Oh my gosh.
Every time that I walk back, especially at nighttime when you wake up and have
the
to
door.
go to the bathroom, you hit
You
the
hit the
door.
door with your shoulder.
It's
It
got
rattles.
it's got sliding doors, and the door sticks out about that much, and you hit it every time. And then sometimes Sonia right here wakes up, sometimes baby Jax wakes up, but it just me and her can't even walk past each other. We
Yeah.
have to. So the
We
little
have to hug
tiny
every time we
hallway
go past each other.
has been annoying. Our bedroom, you can't even walk around the bed. We have a queen size bed.
I think it's a common thing with most RVs, though. Like, I don't
Yes,
know.
but the fifth wheel that we're getting, I can see where
It
you
has
can
more room,
walk
yeah.
around the bed a little better. Right now, I can't even. You literally cannot walk on the back side of the bed. It's such a tiny little spot. So we make our bed every day, and making the bed in this tiny little room is even a total pain. So it's doable.
It's doable, but yeah.
It's just these are just our little pet peeves. Where it's the biggest thing.
So space, basically
Space and
everything
storage.
is space. Yes,
Space and storage.
We kind of knew that getting into the buying this RV.
And we did, but we were so excited
We
to
were
get
super
going on the
excited,
road
and
and
we
get
wanted to get a
going.
smaller
We pulled the
size.
trigger,
Yep.
and now let's talk about some upsides.
The upsides
of
of
this.
it, yeah.
So
What we
it's
actually like, and I think I'm gonna miss, is the length is perfect to get
33
into like
feet.
every national park you want, and it's easy to get a spot, and you can. The coolest thing is that you can use the bathroom and go take stuff out of the fridge as you drive down the road. I can go feed the kids, and like the travel days are not a big deal for us at all.
Now,
And-
if you're the guy that's me that's stuck
Well-
driving, I don't get to use the bathroom.
You
I
don't
don't get to
count.
walk around. I don't get to use
But
all these
look,
luxuries. I
but
get to
look,
drive down the
even
road.
with
But
COVID-
it's awesome for. So there's been several times where I'm driving down the road where she can use the bathroom. Little baby Jack starts crying. She takes him out, feeds him. We keep driving
Yep,
down the
yep,
road.
Yep.
So there's a lot of upsides. And another really big thing, when we've been in some national parks, we've actually left the campsite and drove
Oh,
to
that's
different
the coolest thing.
drove
Yes.
to different destinations for like a sunset dinner.
Because
So we
literally
park.
home is where you park it. You just park
Yeah,
it,
so
and
we-
you can use everything
We
you want.
we just drove the motorhome, left the Jeep behind, drove the motorhome, parked it, hit the buttons, leveled up, had a nice little dinner, and sat inside the motorhome, walked outside, and enjoyed the outside, the nature. But we were able to just go drive anywhere.
Yeah,
and
you,
being 33 feet long, you can get
Parking
in
spots
almost
easy, too.
anywhere. So
Yeah.
that was really easy. Another thing I'm going to miss about this, but the fifth wheel we're getting, I guess, has auto leveling. But this is very easy. I mean, we would drive somewhere. I would put the leveling blocks underneath if I needed to, and I would just hit the button, and we would level up. As soon as we were leveled up, I'd hit the slide extension. The slide would go out, and we were done. We were
Yep.
We were
Yep.
the home was
Easy.
ready. So yeah, when it
We
comes,
are anticipating like a little bit longer setup with the fifth wheel, but also we are going to travel slower. We've been moving a lot in the past 3 months.
yeah. So if you're going, another good thing about a Class C motorhome, especially this model, moving quick like we did, and when you're excited and want to see as many national parks as possible, this was a great setup as far as like a Class C motorhome. I mean, we would drive from spot to spot. It was a very quick setup. It was a quick breakdown, and you're off to the next spot.
Yep. Overall, I would say it was a good starter home, right?
It was a great experience. Yeah.
Yep. And
So now we just learned.
It's great for like intermittent trips, but not for like a complete full time.
So now we learn we just want to have a little more room, space, and my favorite thing I think I'm going to enjoy on the fifth wheel is the storage.
Yep. Just need more storage. Just need more space. And you know, baby Jack started crawling, or almost.
Oh, well, he's
Getting
crawling
close.
backwards.
You're crawling backwards. We need more space for him to, to back up. And the fifth wheel we're getting is gonna have a little, like a special room for the kids where they can have their space. Sonia can have their little desk, and
there's a
we're
whole
excited for
separate
that.
loft.
And the whole separate loft to play, and the toys are not gonna be all over the place because it's also a pain.
Now my favorite thing about it, we have our own living room. Like it's a whole living room. There's a couch that seats 3. There's 2 entertainment chairs. What do they call them?
Movie theater chairs.
Theater
like
chairs.
That.
I don't know.
Kick back
I can
on.
finally kick my feet back and relax and look at the TV.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fireplace under the TV. So we're just going to have we're going to have living space finally. And then when we want to play board games, there's enough room on the floor to get down and play board games. If we want to have a family movie night, there's plenty of seats to just sit around, and we have a big area.
Yep.
The bigger kitchen is going to be a giant plus.
Oh my
we
gosh.
have there's actually an
We
island
have,
in the
no
kitchen.
counter space right now, so it's going to be a giant upgrade when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yep, so we are excited, and we're gonna keep documenting what's happening. So as of right now, we basically had an idea. We had a couple conversations. Probably within the next 48 hours, I got on RV Trader, researched a bunch of things. We narrowed down the model, found the used ones, compared the prices to the new ones, and we just did all the research so fast. And right now, we are in the stage where we're locked in, basically.
That's another quick thing to cover. So if you find the model that you like, if you want to buy new, you can buy new. If you want to save some money, look for one that's a year or 2 years old.
2 years old, yeah.
So, and right now we're probably going to save between $20,000 and $25,000 because we didn't buy brand new. The model that hopefully everything goes through.
Yep.
Today we signed a purchase agreement, so I hope everything goes through. But we actually got a 2020 model, so it feels like it's brand new to me because it's still 2020. But there's only there's only 1,000 miles on it. So if you can find a model that's only 1 or 2 years old with low miles on it, you're going to get a big discount versus going to try to buy a brand new one.
Yep.
So
we made a big mistake buying a brand new on this one, being our first RV as well, because we had to fix a lot of things, and now it's depreciated. Even after 3 months, we can't sell it for what we pay for it.
If you buy one that's a year old, you hope all the kinks are worked out of it.
Yeah.
I fixed so many things in this motorhome, and if you're watching this video and you want a good Class C with several upgrades and all the stuff fixed,
we're gonna have it for sale soon.
Get a hold of us because it's going to be for sale pretty soon.
Yep. So let's see. Are we gonna share what our new RV is, or leave it for the next video?
I'll leave that up to you.
Stay tuned for the next video. Next week we'll share with you what kind of RV we are buying. And for right now, put your guesses in the comments. I'll be curious if you can guess it right. It's a big boy, 40 feet. Like we said, it has a mid bunk, so that narrows it down. But then, do you know the brand? What model?
And take a guess at what kind of truck that I'm buying. Am I a Dodge guy? Am I a Ford guy? A Chevy? A Toyota? Let me know.
A Toyota.
No.
All right. See you guys next week. We'll keep you updated on the development of this whole story. Hopefully the deal goes through.
RV Cubs out.
Cops out.